While we already have Daisy representing the Mario series in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, there's definitely a ton of more characters from the series that would work great in the game. Before you swarm the comment section talking about how there are already too many Mario characters and we shouldn't be talking about possibilities for more, well, I would like you to consider this. Yeah, I think it makes sense to have relatively proportional scaling for a series, but that also depends on how popular a particular series is. In the case of the Mario series, it is Nintendo's biggest series, therefore it should have more characters compared to the others. And so far, we only have one new Mario character for Smash Ultimate, and that character is Daisy being an Echo Fighter, so I definitely think that they'd want to get a completely original Mario character in there. And yes, I am considering the Donkey Kong characters separate from the Mario characters for this video. Even though it is a subset from the Mario series, it is still different in that it has its own line of games and characters that are almost entirely exclusive to those games. While Yoshi does have his own series, he's just one character representing it and not three in the case of the Donkey Kong series with Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and King K. Rool. We're sticking just to the Mario characters in this video, and in it I'm going to list a few ideas for ones that I think would work great in the game, and I strongly encourage you to leave what Mario characters you think would work great in Smash in the comments down below. And with that being said, let's get started. I figured that I have to talk about this character first because he's so highly requested and hinted in many leaks for Smash Ultimate. Let's talk about Gino. It really amuses me how a character who has just appeared in one Mario game gets so much support to be included in Smash Bros., but I guess that just shows you how big of a cult following Super Mario RPG actually has. Gino is so highly requested to be in the game all over the world, not just in North America and Europe, but highly requested in Japan, topping many of the lists for highly requested characters from there. He's gotten so much attention that he actually had to be included as a Mii costume in Super Smash Bros. 4 post-launch. And I did talk about this in the Isabelle video, but there has been a trend where characters who have gotten Mii costumes, some of them at least, have gotten roles in Smash Ultimate as full-on playable characters in the game. And while Nintendo hasn't publicly shared in full the results of the Smash 4 Fighter ballot yet, you would have to assume that because of the polls that have been coming out recently that are fan-made, that Gino in the official poll got a lot of support to be in the game. Yeah, he's only from one game, but he utilizes a lot of unique attacks in that game that could be implemented into Smash Ultimate. Case in point is his appearance in Project M. So many unique attacks could be implemented really well into Smash Ultimate, they would have no trouble finding move possibilities for Gino here. And as I say fairly frequently, I don't like to talk about leaks too much on this channel, but a lot of leaks from fairly credible sources have been saying that Gino is going to be included in the game. Again, this doesn't confirm anything at all. There have been many leaks in the past that have gotten some things right and some things wrong. Some leaks are saying that there's going to be a Square Enix character included in the game, and Gino does fall under the category of a Square Enix character as well as a Mario character. It would be the best of both worlds there. Nintendo and Square Enix have gotten a little bit more buddy-buddy recently, with Square Enix putting a ton of Final Fantasy games on the Switch now, as announced in the latest Nintendo Direct. The relationship has had to have gotten good enough for them to put Cloud in Smash 4 as a full-on playable character, and now the hints towards Gino being a full-on playable character in Smash Ultimate. I could definitely see Gino being that great last character reveal, that big final blowout in a Smash Direct or a regular Nintendo Direct, whatever it happens to be, before the game releases, and that'll really set the tone for the roster of Smash Ultimate being a huge one in scale with lots of Nintendo icons. And while Gino has only appeared in one game, he's definitely become a big Nintendo icon to the hardcore fans. Speaking of hardcore Nintendo fans, a lot of them are requesting for Paper Mario to be included in Smash Bros. Like the Isabelle announcement, I think an announcement for Paper Mario being in Smash would have to go alongside an announcement of a full-on Paper Mario game. This one I don't think is as necessary as Isabelle, but it would definitely help a little bit, and it would help that much more if this new Paper Mario game were to be in the style of the Thousand Year Door or the original. Give fans two announcements that they have been craving for: a Paper Mario game that is a traditional RPG, and the protagonist of this game being a full-on playable character in Nintendo's premier fighting series. Like Gino, I find there's limitless move possibilities for Paper Mario, obviously primarily attacking with his hammer, but maybe they could even implement the partners from the original game some way into his moveset. But if that's not the case, they have tons of other things to draw from, the other abilities that Paper Mario uses in the main games. There's a ton of source material for this character. Some people wonder why I bring up why there's so many move possibilities for characters in these videos, and the main main reason for that is Sakurai has publicly stated that he hasn't included some characters in Smash Bros. Because they couldn't think of a great idea for a moveset for it. The character doesn't have to be busted or overpowered, but the character has to have moves unique enough to warrant fans wanting to use him. People playing Smash Bros. Don't want to play as a completely bland character, they want to play as somebody interesting and unique. Gino and Paper Mario definitely fit into that category. Both characters from beloved Mario RPG games that would be throwing a bone to some of Nintendo's most hardcore fans who have been sitting and patiently waiting for them to release a new game like the original ones which they adore. Now, this next character that I'm going to talk about, I would like you to hear me out on this one, because I know there's going to be a lot of people jumping to conclusions, saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, and that I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm going to talk about Waluigi here. Now, before I get into how Waluigi would work and all that, I'd like to give you an explanation for this pick. First of all, Sakurai has been known to incredibly troll the fans and give hints for what's going to be happening in the future. Lots of hardcore Waluigi supporters for Super Smash Bros. Were disappointed in Smash Bros. 4 when he was announced as an assist trophy yet again. And at E3, Waluigi was announced to be an assist trophy in Smash Ultimate. To some, this completely destroyed the hope of this beloved memeable character being playable in Smash Bros., but I don't think he's completely ruled out yet. If this were any other developer, I would think he's completely ruled out, but this is Sakurai that we're talking about here, and this may be a full-on elaborate plan to reveal Waluigi as a playable character, and like Gino, I think this could be the big shebang, this final character that gets revealed for the roster, and it'll be a major announcement. And here's how I think they would do that. What if they show footage of assist trophies being used in Smash Ultimate, going over all the assist trophies in the game in one final direct presentation, and Waluigi is shown, he breaks out of the assist trophy, and then the character reveal trailer begins. He starts doing other moves that he's not shown to do as an assist trophy. This gives people the idea, oh my goodness, wait, is he actually a playable character? And then it'll flash on the screen, Waluigi joins the battle. Or some more creative way of saying that. I think this would be an incredibly hype way to do Waluigi's reveal, but what reasons do I have for why this is actually possible other than just Sakurai being known to troll the fans? Well, when they showed off assist trophies in the August Smash Bros. Direct, Waluigi was not one of the assist trophies that is shown. A possible reason for this is that they did not want to deliberately state yet all the assist trophies that are going to be in the game, because if they did not end up showing characters such as Skull Kid and Shadow, who haven't been shown as assist trophies in the game yet, then it would be an even bigger dead giveaway that these characters are going to be full-on playable ones in the roster, which many fans are already thinking that they're going to be. It's more likely to assume that characters like those two would be promoted to full-on playable status, rather than just being outright removed from the game as an assist trophy. But another reason that they could have not shown all of the assist trophies in the Direct was to give a slight tease that maybe Waluigi won't be a full-on assist trophy in Smash Bros. Anymore. Maybe he will graduate to full-on playable status and assume his rightful role as the top-tier character in Super Smash Bros. Obviously, there's many arguments against Waluigi being in Smash. First of all, he's already confirmed as an assist trophy, and this elaborate plan may not actually be a thing. Second of all, and I believe is one of the most important aspects about this, Waluigi has never been in his own game in the Mario series, and he's just been known as a spin-off character added to the roster of some games. He wasn't even important enough to be included in the roster of Mario Kart 7. But if we discount all of that and purely the high amount of fan requests for him to be included in Smash Ultimate, then I do think we have a case here for why Waluigi should be implemented into this game. Obviously, his moveset would draw a lot from the Mario sports games and the other spin-off appearances that he has, but I've made an entire video in the past of the possibilities surrounding Waluigi's moveset, and you could watch that by clicking the link in the eye icon in the top right hand corner of the screen, or just wait till the end of this video when I link it to you. And with all that being said about Waluigi, let's get into the final character that I'm going to talk about in this video. What if Captain Toad could be implemented into Smash Ultimate? I've sort of ordered this list in descending order of likelihood, and I sort of put Waluigi above Captain Toad just because I think there's the possibility that Sakurai would do something like that, however unlikely that it may be. But Captain Toad, man, it's really hard to see this guy being implemented in Smash. You could say he's more likely than Waluigi because he has been implemented into his own game, but I really thought that Captain Toad would be implemented before we actually saw gameplay of Smash, and that sort of reduced my hopes for him to be in a little bit. This is because they did not change Peach's counter, in which she uses a toad as the counter. This is also implemented into Daisy's moveset, where they just use toads and thrusts them forward as their counter. And if a toad can only be implemented into Smash Brothers in such a minor role like this, then I doubt that they would make one a full-on playable character. There is no possibility, in my opinion, for a regular Toad to be implemented into Smash Ultimate, but the likelihood rises a little bit more if you go on to Captain Toad. Again, there's more difficulty surrounding that character because he cannot jump, as there is an immense weight of his backpack, but as I mentioned in my unique characters for Smash Ultimate video, what you could do is give Captain Toad the ability to drop the backpack and throw it as a projectile, and when he throws it, he'll be a more agile character and has the ability to jump and have an increased recovery, but if he is holding it, the recovery will be very small and not very good, and he'll also be more powerful and probably will be able to take hits much better with a lower knockback. That's how I would think Captain Toad would work if implemented into Smash, but I find this very unlikely. Maybe Waluigi is less likely considering that he's already confirmed as an assist, but you never really know. These last two characters that I talked about, I can't see them too realistically being included, but Gino and Paper Mario definitely have a high chance in my opinion. I didn't want to talk about any Echo characters in this video, like Shadow Mario or Dixie Kong as an Echo character of Diddy, even though for that one I did say that I'm not talking about Donkey Kong characters, but I did really want to mostly focus on the completely unique characters for the roster, because that's the goal. That's what they would really want to do, since they already have a Mario Echo Fighter in the game, and I don't think they would want to put in another Echo Fighter from that series. If you like this style of video, I did just make one about Pokemon, so if you want to see what my ideas for Pokemon are in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, click the link on the left side of the screen, and if you want to see that Smash concept video around Waluigi that I talked about earlier, click the link on the right side of the screen. Remember to subscribe if you're new, and make sure to leave your ideas for Mario characters in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching.